Have you ever questioned whether the man beside you truly loves you, deeply, genuinely, without saying a single word? What if the grand gestures, the roses, the dramatic I love yous are just surface level, and the real love is hidden in the quiet moments you've been overlooking? And what if today you could learn to finally see and feel the truth about his love, not through what he says, but through what he does when no one is watching? Love, in its truest form, often hides in the simplest of places. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It hums gently through the everyday choices a man makes, through the way he touches your hand or silently chooses your comfort before his own. In this video, we're going on a journey, one that uncovers 12 powerful psychological signs that reveal when a man is truly, deeply in love with you. These aren't the cliches from romance novels or scenes from a movie. No, these are real moments, raw, unfiltered, often missed because they're not loud or showy. They're tucked inside the way he looks at you when you're not paying attention, the sacrifices he makes that he never tells you about, the decisions he makes with your happiness in mind. If you've ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering, does he really love me? Then this is the clarity you've been searching for. Maybe you're in a relationship and something feels off. Or maybe everything seems fine, but you still feel unsure. Maybe you're single and want to know what real love should look like when it finally shows up. No matter where you are in your journey, this video will open your eyes and your heart. Stick with us until the end, because what you're about to discover could forever change how you understand love. You'll walk away knowing what to look for, what to appreciate, and most importantly, how to recognize a love that's real. And if you haven't yet subscribed, now's the time. Click that button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more powerful insights that help you build deeper, stronger relationships. If this video resonates with you so far, comment 1 below to let me know you're still here with me. And if not, feel free to comment 0 so I know how to improve and serve you better. Now, let's begin. Sign number 1. He cherishes physical closeness, not just intimacy, but connection. When a man truly loves you, physical contact becomes more than touch. It becomes a language. A silent way of saying, I'm here. I see you. I feel close to you. Not just with my body, but with my heart. It's not just about the obvious gestures like a kiss or a hug. It's how he instinctively reaches for your hand while crossing the street. How his arm gently wraps around you while you're cooking dinner together. Not out of routine, but out of a desire to be close to your presence, your energy, your essence. Notice how his fingertips linger just a little longer when brushing a stray hair from your face. That small act may seem ordinary, but for him, it's sacred. It's his way of grounding himself in your presence, of memorizing the feeling of being near you. These moments may seem tiny, fleeting, but they're where the roots of real intimacy grow. They're his way of saying, I don't just want to be beside you. I want to be connected to you in every way. Because when a man truly loves, his body naturally finds its way toward you. Not for show, not for desire, but for peace, for home. So the next time he pulls you into a hug for no reason, or simply rests his hand on your back as you walk, know that it's not random. It's his soul whispering, this is where I belong. And with that, let's move to the next powerful sign. The one that's less about touch and more about presence. Sign 2. He listens intently. When a man truly loves you, your words don't just pass through the air, they become the soundtrack of his world. Even when he's tired, distracted, or carrying his own worries, if he loves you, he'll be present, fully, quietly, and without needing to say a word. This isn't passive listening. It's not nodding along or waiting for his turn to speak. It's the kind of deep, intentional listening that shows up in the little things, like how he remembers your favorite book, the song that lights you up, or the dream you whispered over dinner one night. That attention is love in its purest form. It's not in grand declarations or public gestures. It's in the stillness. How he holds on to every word you say, how he pauses and truly reflects on your thoughts as if they are the most important things in the world. And on days when you struggle to put your feelings into words, when emotions Overwhelming clarity feels distant. He doesn't rush you. He waits. He listens. He holds space. He makes you feel safe, seen, and important, even in the silence. Because to him, your heart matters. Whether you're speaking of future hopes or present struggles, he tunes in not just with his ears, but with his soul. In a world that often makes women feel invisible, to have someone who listens this deeply is a rare gift. When a man values your words, respects your voice, and proves, time and again, that what you say holds weight, it's more than love. It's a deep, unwavering commitment to truly know you, to connect, to be there in the most beautiful and genuine way possible. But what happens when disagreements arise? Does he walk away or stay and fight for love? Sign 3. He fights with you, not against you. Every relationship will face disagreements. That's just part of being human. But when a man truly loves you, conflict isn't a battlefield where one must win and the other must lose. It's a bridge he's willing to build, even in the rain. Instead of letting ego lead the way, he chooses compassion. He approaches tension, not with anger, not with frustration, but with the mindset of healing, of understanding, and of making the bond between you even stronger. When emotions run high, his tone stays soft. When miscommunication arises, he doesn't raise his voice. He raises his level of patience. He listens carefully, speaks gently, and shows the kind of grace that only comes from deep love. He doesn't seek to tear you down or win the argument. He wants both of you to come through the storm together, closer, not divided. And that, right there, is what sets him apart. Because conflict, in his eyes, isn't something to avoid or suppress. It's an opportunity to grow, to understand you better, and to affirm, again and again, that this relationship matters more than any single moment of frustration. There's a quiet strength in a man who can sit with your pain during a disagreement, who can stay calm when emotions rise, who chooses resolution over reaction. His willingness to stay, to talk, to work through the discomfort shows his dedication, not just to peace, but to you. And then, in the stillness after the storm, there's the way he looks at you, that gaze, that deep, steady, soul-filled gaze. It's not just eye contact, it's connection, a wordless confession of love. When his eyes find yours, it's as if the noise of the world fades. Time slows, and in that moment, nothing else matters but the space between you two. His eyes say, "I see you, I choose you, I'm here with you, always." It's a look reserved only for you, the one who holds his heart. So even when conflict arises, and it will, pay attention to how he fights. Because a man in love doesn't fight to be right. He fights to stay close, to preserve what you've built together. To make sure that, whatever happens, you both come out of it still holding hands. And now, let's look deeper into the next layer of real love. How a man will stand up for you, even when no one else does. Sign 4. He will stand up for you. A man who loves you, truly, deeply, won't just whisper sweet words behind closed doors. He will stand up for you, openly, fiercely, and without a moment's hesitation. Whether it's a passing insult or a difficult confrontation, he won't just look away or stay silent. He'll rise, every single time. Because to him, your dignity isn't negotiable. Your worth isn't up for debate, and your name deserves to be protected, loudly and proudly. He doesn't just say you're his priority, he proves it. Not just in easy moments, but especially when it's hard. If someone tries to belittle you, criticize you unfairly, or make you feel small, he won't let it slide. Whether it's behind your back or right in front of you, he'll step in. Not with aggression, but with strength. Calm, steady, unwavering strength. And it's not about picking fights. It's about protecting peace. Your peace. He defends you not just out of duty, but because he honors you. His defense of your heart is a reflection of how much he values your soul. In his eyes, you're not just someone he loves. You're someone worth protecting, lifting up, and standing beside in every storm. To him, your happiness isn't just a part of his life, it's the center of it. He understands that true love means standing in front of you when the world feels like it's crashing down. It means being your voice when you can't find the words. It means shouldering discomfort, if it means shielding you from unnecessary pain. And when life throws challenges your way, when you stumble or break down, he is the one who reaches for you first. Not to fix you, not to judge you, but to hold you steady and remind you that you're not walking this road alone. That's what love looks like when it's rooted in courage. He doesn't shy away from tough moments. He doesn't flinch at uncomfortable truths. He steps into those spaces with intention, because protecting you isn't a chore, it's a commitment, an honor. He'll speak up when it's inconvenient. He'll hold you when you're most fragile, and he'll carry you when you're too tired to carry yourself. He understands that love isn't just about fireworks and laughter. It's about building a safe harbor, a place where you can be vulnerable, messy, real, and still be seen as priceless. His love, it isn't temporary or conditional. It's steady, enduring, and forged in loyalty. He loves you for your strength and your softness, for your resilience and your fears. And no matter what life throws your way, he'll rise for you again and again. Because in his heart, protecting you is loving you. Sign 5. He finds you beautiful, always. Even when you don't feel beautiful, he still sees you that way. Not just when you're dressed up for a night out, hairstyled and makeup flawless, but especially in the quiet, unfiltered moments, the ones you think are unremarkable. In his eyes, beauty isn't something that fades with time or depends on appearance. It's not confined to youth, perfection, or what society glorifies. No. To him, your beauty radiates from within. It's timeless, unwavering, and deeply rooted in the very essence of who you are. Even on the days when you look in the mirror and feel like you're falling short, when your hair's a mess, your eyes are tired, and you're wearing old sweatpants while making breakfast, he looks at you and sees someone extraordinary. Because to him, beauty lives in the way your eyes light up when you speak about something you love. It's in the sound of your laughter echoing through the room. It's in the way your kindness touches everyone around you, even when you're exhausted. He doesn't just notice how you look. He sees who you are. He sees the strength in your spirit, the depth of your heart, and the grace in your vulnerability. He sees your compassion, your resilience, your dreams, and your flaws, and he cherishes every single piece of it. When you doubt yourself, when you feel invisible, unattractive, or not enough, he never wavers. His admiration doesn't rise and fall with your confidence. It's steady. It's unconditional. Because his love isn't based on image. It's built on soul. And that's why he still looks at you like you're the most captivating person in the world. Because to him you are. Your beauty isn't measured by how you compare to others. It's measured by the warmth you carry, the love you give, and the courage you show even on your hardest days. Even when you're hurting. Even when you're doubting yourself. Even when you feel like your sparkle is fading. He still sees it. That light inside you, it's never left his sight. His love sees beyond the surface. It doesn't waver with time or circumstance, or how you feel about yourself on any given day. To him, you are beautiful. Not just in moments of confidence, but especially in moments of doubt, because his love is deep, soul deep. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. It's about truly seeing you, knowing you, and loving you exactly as you are. So the next time you feel like hiding, remember this. In his eyes, you are still stunning, still captivating, still everything he ever wanted, and more than you may ever fully realize. And as we move into the next sign, we'll see that love isn't just about admiration. It's also about transformation, the way he's willing to grow and change for the sake of your happiness. Let's take a look. 6. He changes his mind for you. Love isn't just about bold declarations or grand, sweeping gestures. Often, it's the quiet, consistent compromises, the daily choices he makes to put your happiness first, that reveal the truest form of devotion. Men are often labeled as stubborn, as creatures of habit who cling to their routines. Whether it's their favorite hobbies, weekend rituals, or just the way they like things done, we're told they don't bend easily. But when a man is deeply in love, something remarkable happens. That rigidity softens. The edges round out. He becomes open. Not because it's easy, but because your happiness starts to matter more than his own preferences. Picture this. He's been looking forward to a football game for weeks. He's made plans with friends, cleared his schedule, counted down the days. But when the time finally comes, he finds you having a rough day. Maybe you need to talk. Maybe you just need him near. And without a word of complaint, he puts down the remote and chooses you. Not because he doesn't care about the game, but because in that moment, your smile, your peace, your company, they outweigh everything else. It doesn't always have to be about skipping big events either. It can be as simple as sitting through a movie he's not into. Romantic drama, quirky indie film, a documentary he'd never watch on his own, just because you want to see it. And not only does he watch it, he stays present. Because your joy means something to him. It's in these small, seemingly insignificant choices that love shows its strength. When he willingly chooses what matters to you over what's convenient. For him, without resentment, without keeping score, that's not just kindness, that's love. If you're still watching this video and you find these reflections meaningful, please comment 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. These aren't just actions, they're powerful emotional choices, and they say something that words can't. You matter more than my momentary comfort. This type of flexibility doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's rooted in emotional maturity. A man's recognition that love requires effort, empathy, and an ongoing willingness to grow. He doesn't just want to love you when things are smooth. He wants to love you in the small, inconvenient, unglamorous moments too. And he's willing to change, to adapt, to stretch, for the sake of your well-being and the health of your relationship. In a world that often encourages self-first thinking, it's rare to find someone who quietly reshapes their world to include you at the center. But when a man does that, when he shifts his plans, compromises his preferences, and shows up for you time and time again, you're witnessing something rare. It's not just affection, it's investment. It's not just romance, it's devotion. It's a living, breathing testament to how deeply he loves you. And up next, we'll explore something even more powerful. The kind of emotional bond that allows him to feel your pain as if it were his own. Let's move into sign 7. 7. He feels your pain as if it were his own. After seeing how his quiet sacrifices speak volumes about his love, we now step into something even deeper. The way he connects to your emotional world. When a man truly loves you, your pain is never yours alone. He doesn't just stand by as a companion in the good times. He becomes your emotional anchor when life feels heavy, unpredictable, or unkind. He's not just someone who stays close. He's someone who feels with you, walks with you through every storm, and carries the emotional weight alongside you without ever being asked. When you're overwhelmed, whether it's stress, sadness, anxiety, or those days when everything feels like too much, he doesn't just watch from a distance, offering surface-level sympathy or quick encouragement. No. His empathy runs far deeper. He absorbs your struggle like a sponge, not because he's told to, but because his heart is intrinsically tied to yours. He can sense your sadness in the way your voice softens, in the way your shoulders fall, in the pauses between your words. He doesn't always need you to explain. He just knows. He reads the emotions you try to hide. And rather than stepping back, he steps closer, offering not just his presence, but his whole heart. This isn't the kind of man who tells you, "Don't worry, it'll pass." Instead, he sits with you in that space. He offers you his silence when words would only fall short. He listens without rushing you, holds you without fixing, and lets you feel, without judgment. His empathy isn't pity. It's not obligation. It's the purest form of understanding. The kind that says, if it hurts you, it matters to me. And that's what sets this love apart. Sympathy might acknowledge your pain, but empathy, true, raw empathy, becomes an act of love. He doesn't just acknowledge your suffering, he shares it, walks with you in it, and offers his shoulder when you need strength, and his arms when you need to feel safe. He doesn't need to solve everything. He just wants to be there. And that presence, the quiet endurance of it, is one of the greatest gifts he can offer you. In these moments, you don't just feel comforted. You feel deeply seen, fully understood, completely supported. It's in the little things. The way he gently places a hand on your back, the way he makes tea without you asking, the way he cancels plans just to sit in silence with you when your heart is too heavy to speak. That's the kind of love that doesn't fade when things get hard. That's the kind of devotion that reveals itself not in good times, but in hard ones. In the tears, the silence, the healing. If you are still watching and feel this truth deep in your soul, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still with me. This is the kind of love we all hope to find, the kind that doesn't flinch in the face of struggle. A love that stays, that listens, that feels. A love that proves itself not when it's easy, but when it's hardest. And as we move forward, we'll uncover yet another beautiful truth. How a man who truly loves you sees your voice, your insight, and your thoughts as treasures. Let's explore what it means when he genuinely values your advice. 8. He values your advice as a reflection of deep respect. After seeing how he feels your pain as though it were his own, we now come to another powerful sign of genuine love. He truly values your advice. When a man deeply respects you, his admiration for you goes far beyond attraction or surface-level affection. It's not just about being captivated by your smile or your presence. It's about honoring your mind, your insights, and your unique way of seeing the world. To him, your perspective holds weight. Your voice isn't just heard, it's trusted. In the quiet moments when he's facing tough choices or navigating uncertain paths, he doesn't go it alone. He turns to you. Not because he's unsure of himself, but because he genuinely sees you as his equal, a partner whose wisdom, experiences, and emotional intelligence are irreplaceable. And it's not just about seeking your opinion out of courtesy. No, it's something far deeper. He listens to you the way a scholar listens to a mentor, with focus, appreciation, and a hunger to grow. When he's standing at a crossroads in his career, struggling with a personal decision, or just trying to understand something bigger than himself, your voice becomes his compass. Your thoughts matter to him, not just because you're important to him emotionally, but because he genuinely believes in your discernment. You've shown him that your advice comes not from impulse, but from reflection. From understanding not only him, but the greater context that surrounds his life. And what's truly profound, he doesn't just hear your words, he carries them with him. He reflects on them long after the conversation ends, because in his eyes, you're not just his partner, you're his sounding board, his truth teller, his mirror, the one person who knows him well enough to tell him what he needs, to hear, not just what he wants to hear. This is more than love. This is trust in its purest form. A man who seeks your advice isn't showing weakness. He's showing strength. The strength to admit that your opinion makes him better, wiser, more grounded. In those conversations, whether they happen over morning coffee or in the middle of the night, he's not just talking things out, he's deepening your bond. He's saying, in his own way, I value not only your love but your mind, your intuition, and your truth. He doesn't admire you from a distance. He grows with you, side by side, learning from your perspective, building a life that includes your wisdom as its foundation. Because when he looks to you, he sees a partner in the truest sense, not just someone to lean on, but someone to build with. If you're still watching this video and you've recognized this in your own relationship, or in what you're hoping to find one day, please comment 4 below to let me know you're still here with me. Up next, we'll explore a different kind of closeness, not intellectual or emotional, but the quiet power of physical presence. Let's talk about what it means when he simply loves being close to you. 9. He enjoys being close to you, following his deep respect for your thoughts and advice. There's another unmistakable sign of true love. He simply loves being near you. For a man who truly loves you, closeness is not just about the physical space between two bodies. It's about emotional presence. It's the sense of comfort, calm, and connection that settles over him when you're nearby. Whether you're sitting silently together on the couch, wrapped in the soft hum of an uneventful evening, or holding hands during a routine errand, These small, quiet moments mean everything to him. To the outside world, it might look like nothing special. But to him, these are sacred. Being near you is a kind of refuge, a pause from the noise, a sanctuary where he can finally breathe freely. When he's next to you, it's as if the rest of the world disappears. There's no pressure to perform, no need to be anything other than who he truly is. Your presence makes him feel grounded, safe, and completely seen. It's not the dramatic gestures that make his heart feel full. It's the way your shoulder leans into his during a conversation, the sound of your laughter echoing in a quiet kitchen, or the way your hand slips into his as naturally as if it were always meant to be there. These moments may seem ordinary, but for him, they are everything. They are the quiet, unspoken reminders that he's exactly where he wants to be, right next to you. What he feels isn't just physical comfort. It's an emotional alignment. When you're around, he feels at peace. You are the calm in his storm, the stillness in his chaos, the softness in his hard days. And when life becomes overwhelming, simply being in the same room as you is enough to bring him back to center. In your presence, he finds the courage to let down his guard. He doesn't have to impress you. He doesn't have to pretend. With you, he is enough, flawed, real, and whole. You are his home. To him, love is not about always doing something. It's about just being with you, being beside you, being seen, felt, understood. Whether it's sharing a simple glance or exchanging a smile across a crowded room, the moments you spend together fill his soul in a way nothing else can. And what's most beautiful? He may not always say it out loud, but in those quiet moments of closeness, in the stillness, the touch, the glance, you can feel it. His love speaks loudest in silence. If you're still watching and feeling connected to these words, please comment 5 below to let me know you're still here with me. In the next part, we'll explore a love so unwavering, so selfless, that it's willing to go to any length for you. Stay with me, because next, we talk about the man who would do anything for you. 10. He will do anything for you. After cherishing the calm and closeness of simply being near you, there's a love that takes it even further. A love that will do anything for you. When a man truly loves a woman, his devotion becomes limitless. It's not fleeting or momentary, it's enduring, unshakable, and fierce. He becomes her protector, her supporter, her most loyal companion. He transforms into the kind of man who will move mountains just to see her smile. This love isn't loud or performative. It shows up in both the obvious and the subtle ways. Maybe he drives across town after a long day just to bring you your favorite dessert. Maybe he stands beside you through the hardest, most uncertain times, never flinching, never backing down. Whether life is calm or chaotic, he's there, not as a bystander, but as your rock. His actions speak louder than words ever could. They say, "You're not alone. I'm here. I'm in this with you." Even when the path gets rough, even when he's tired or uncertain, his love remains steady. He doesn't disappear when life gets messy. He digs deeper. He chooses you, not just in the sunshine but in the storms. He becomes your safe harbor, the steady ground beneath your feet when everything else feels like it's falling apart. This isn't about fairy tale moments or grand romantic displays. It's in the quiet loyalty, the thoughtful consistency, the way he shows up every day, not because he has to, but because he wants to. Because loving you means making sure you know you never have to face anything alone. To witness this level of devotion is incredibly rare and breathtaking. It's a love that doesn't just survive the highs and lows. It grows through them. It is a love that stays when things get hard, that holds your hand through grief, through failure, through fear. From my own experience, I've learned that love isn't about ease or perfection. True love shows itself in the trenches. It's found in how someone shows up. Not just during the laughter and light, but during the tears, the doubts, and the sleepless nights. That's where real love is tested. And that's where it shines. A man who truly loves like this won't just say, "I'm here." He'll prove it over and over again. Through action, through sacrifice, through presence. This kind of man doesn't just love you when it's convenient. He loves you through everything. And that kind of love, that's not ordinary. That's extraordinary. If you're still here, still listening, and still feeling these truths, please comment 6 below to let me know you're walking with me through this journey. 11. He fights for you, not against you after understanding. How a man can do anything for the one he loves. We move to something just as powerful. How he fights for you, not against you. When a man is truly in love, he does not see you as someone to control, to win over, or to challenge. He sees you as someone to protect, to cherish, and to honor with everything he has. His love does not fuel power struggles. It builds sanctuaries, and instead of turning conflict into a battleground, he uses every disagreement as a bridge to deeper trust. A man in love doesn't let jealousy or insecurity unravel what you've built together. He doesn't weaponize his emotions. Instead, he confronts them. He rises above them, because he knows that the bond between you is sacred, and he will do whatever it takes to guard it with care, not control. His desire to protect you isn't about dominance. It's about devotion. He wants you to thrive, not in his shadow, but by his side. He creates a space where both of you feel secure and supported, especially when life feels uncertain. And when something or someone threatens your peace, he doesn't stay silent. He doesn't back down. He steps forward with strength and calm, showing you that your heart is just as important to him as his own. If someone disrespects you, belittles you, or undermines you, he will not let it slide. He will be the one who stands up, who speaks out, who reminds the world that you are valued. And even if it means stepping into discomfort, even if it requires sacrifice, he'll do it. Because loving you means protecting you. Always. If you're still watching and these words are resonating with you, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here, still feeling this with me. And here's the quiet truth. Real love is not about control, but about care. Not about ego, but about effort. It's not always loud. It's often shown in the softest ways. The way he checks in on you when he knows you're overwhelmed. The way he notices when something's off before you even say a word. The way he reminds you, with every small action, that you're not alone in this life. We so often think love has to be poetic. Flowers, sonnets, candlelit dinners. But the truest measure of love is how he shows up in the mundane, the messy, the unpredictable moments. It's how he holds you together when you're falling apart. It's how he makes space for your needs, even when they conflict with his own. True love isn't about being flawless. It's about being present, fully, consistently, and tenderly. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about fighting, not with you, but for you. For your peace, for your joy, for your heart. And as we move forward, let's uncover another deeply telling sign. A man who doesn't just admire your beauty, but one who values your mind just as much as your heart. Stay with me. We're almost there. Sign 12. He helps you become the best version of yourself. True love isn't just about comfort, affection, or protection. It's about inspiring growth and bringing out the strongest, brightest version of who you are. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't want to keep you small or dependent. He wants to see you shine in your own light. He encourages your dreams, even the ones you've been afraid to chase. When you share your goals, he doesn't say that's too hard or maybe later. Instead, he asks, how can I support you? He doesn't feel threatened by your success. He feels proud. He becomes your biggest fan, quietly cheering you on at every step. His love doesn't make you feel lesser. It makes you feel empowered, confident, and complete. He's not afraid of your evolution. He embraces it, knowing that love isn't about holding each other back. It's about growing forward together, hand in hand. He sees your potential even on the days when you can't. He believes in you when you doubt yourself, and he never tries to mold you into someone else. He simply helps you rise into everything you were always meant to be. When you're with a man like this, you don't feel the need to shrink to be loved. You feel safe to expand. You feel inspired to aim higher. And most of all, you feel deeply, truly seen. Because the right man doesn't just love who you are, he loves who you're becoming. As we explore these 12 signs of true love, a powerful, truth becomes clear. A man's actions reveal far more than his words ever could. From the quietest gestures to the most selfless sacrifices, each one is a reflection of how deeply he cares. When a man truly loves, he doesn't just say it. He lives it. He shows up every single day with a love that goes beyond romance. It's the kind of love that builds a life together, brick by brick, hand in hand. If you've seen even a few of these signs in your partner, pause for a moment and let that sink in. These aren't just nice behaviors or occasional kindness. They are the foundation, the living proof, that you're loved in a way that is rare, deep, and profoundly real. When a man loves you like this, it means you are not just someone he cares about. You are someone he treasures, someone he chooses every single day, someone he sees as irreplaceable. He will protect your heart. He will stand by your side. He will walk through fire if that's what it takes to keep your light from fading. But remember, love is a two-way street. A relationship like this doesn't just survive on one person's effort. It thrives when both people give fully, vulnerably, and without holding back. If you're blessed enough to have this kind of love in your life, don't take it for granted. Nourish it, celebrate it, protect it with the same devotion that built it in the first place. Because love, real love, isn't about having all the answers. It's not about constant perfection. It's about showing up on the hard days. It's about choosing each other when it's inconvenient. It's about believing that the shared journey, with its growth, its learning, its stumbles and triumphs, is worth everything. And if you're still waiting for that kind of love to arrive in your life, I want to tell you something from the heart. Don't lose hope. The right person is out there. Someone who will see you, value you, and love you in all the quiet ways that matter. Sometimes, love doesn't begin with fireworks. Sometimes, it starts in the simplest moments. A gentle word, a listening ear, a steady hand in a storm. So, if these signs resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. What stood out the most? What did you learn about the essence of love? The kind of love that builds rather than burns out? Let me know in the comments below. What is one thing from this video that you want to bring into your own relationships, whether now or in the future? I'd truly love to hear your insights. And if you found value in this video, it would mean the world if you gave it a like, shared it with someone who might need this message. And of course, subscribe to our channel so you never miss future reflections on life, love, and the quiet truths that shape our hearts. Thank you for being here, for walking this journey with us, and for believing in the power of love, not just in words, but in actions. Until next time, take care of your heart and keep choosing love every single day.